Hey guys, it's Leanne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's tutorial is just on this eye look. So most people will probably know that this is called a cut crease, but I've added a wing, a little bit of glitter, some blue mascara, and I've used some eyeshadow palettes that I don't normally reach for when I'm doing a very creative look, and they are the Fenty Snap Shadows. So I've actually used these to achieve this look today. I thought I'd just challenge myself because, like I said, I don't normally reach for these palettes, but I thought today I actually want to try something new, and I'm actually obsessed with how the look turned out. So if you'd like to see how to achieve this easy cut crease with a wing, then please keep on watching. And since you are here and obviously looking for makeup tips, why don't you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I upload every week and I do think I give very informative makeup tutorials, very honest makeup reviews. So if that's your thing, then it's definitely worth hitting the subscribe button and hitting the notification bell so you won't miss any weekly uploads from me. And if you do any recreations of this look, then please tag me on Instagram, which I will leave on screen now. But yeah, I'm getting carried away now, just chatting away. So yeah, let's just jump right into this tutorial. So to create today's look, I've actually used the Fenty Beauty Snap Shadows in number 3, which is the Deep Neutrals, I think this palette's called, and in number 4 also, and this one is Rose, so more like the pinky shades. So the first brush I'm going in with is a Morphe M433 brush, and I'm picking up this deep orange shade, and this shade is called Fire Freak. So to begin, I'm just starting by applying this to the outer corner of the eye and just literally pressing this colour down. Just building up that pigment, as you can see. So it does take a while to build up, but stick with it and the intensity will be there before you know it. So yeah, I'm just literally pressing the colour down to begin with. I'm not blending straight away, as I find if you do that, the colour goes patchy and is not as pigmented. And then now that I'm happy with that pigment, it is quite fiery and orange, and yeah, it's popping. So now that I am happy with that, I'm just going to change the angle of the brush from, I was putting it flat when I was pressing it down, and now I'm putting it more like this. And this is just to diffuse the edges of this orange shade, and by doing this I'm going to make it a lot easier for myself when I come to add the pink shade, which I've added here, which you can see on this eye. So yeah, by blending out the edges of the first colour, just very gently using windscreen wiper motions, you can actually make it a lot easier for yourself when you come to blend into a different colour. So the second brush I'm going to be using is another Morphe brush, and this is the Morphe M518 brush. So I'm going to be going in with the Rose palette now, and I'm going to be going in with the deepest pink, and this is called Little Miss. So yeah, I'm just pressing in, tapping off any excess, and then I'm literally just blending the edges of this orange very lightly with this pink now. And as you can see, I'm just making sure that I run it right up to the brow bone, so there's not a harsh gap between the eyebrow and the eyeshadow. So again, windscreen wiper motions, and I'm being very, very gentle with this. I'm not pressing really hard, I'm just literally blending really gently. And then look how seamlessly those two colours just blended together. So now what I'm going to do is go back in with a little bit more of Fire Freak, and I'm using the same brush. So that will be the Morphe M433, and that is just to intensify the orange, because obviously when you blend another colour on top of one colour, inevitably some of that colour payoff does fade. So I'm just literally applying a little bit more, repeating the same steps that you see me do when I was first laying this colour down. So again, just blending these edges into the pink shade. cut the crease, I'm going to be going in now with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumour number 4. And I'm going to be applying this to my little plastic palette, as that means the product doesn't get soaked up by plastic, whereas if you put it on your hands, product does get soaked up. I'm just trying not to be wasteful. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about the cut crease because I have actually got 2 full cut crease in-depth videos where I really do explain the techniques of a cut crease and the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to link them in the description down below. Please go and check them out, as hopefully they will definitely help someone who is struggling with a cut crease or who just loves cut creases. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of let you watch what I'm doing rather than talk through. And that's just because I don't want people to get bored who regularly watch this channel, me talking through every technique. So I'm going to be going back in now with that orange shade, Fire Freak, and I'm just literally going to be putting this over the edges of where I've just applied the P. Louise base, and that's just to make sure that the P. Louise base blends into the eyeshadow. So we don't want it to be like a big cut crease and then it just stops. We actually want it to look like an ombre effect, as that will also give a bit of dimension and shape to the eye. So obviously that looks a lot more blended now, just by tapping a little bit of that colour onto the edges. Just tapping very lightly, as you can see. And then I'm also going to be going in now with a Zoeva brush. So this is the Zoeva 234 Luxe Smoky Shader brush. And I'm going to be going in with the Rose palette again from Fenty. And I'm taking the shade Sleepover, which is the lightest pink in the palette. And I'm literally just taking this flat brush and pressing it onto the inner corner of that cut crease. Which will mattify the cut crease, and obviously it will stop it from creasing, as obviously our eyes are always moving. So I do think it's always a good thing to actually set any liquid or cream product. So now that that's done, there's still going to be a little bit in the middle that's still a bit tacky, because obviously I didn't set the middle with any eyeshadow. I've done that on purpose because I'm going to be going in with some glitter, and obviously the glitter needs something to stick to so it doesn't just fall off. As you can see here on this eye, there's just a little bit of glitter in the middle. So the glitter I'm going in with is Shimmer Sherbet, and this is by, I think this company was called Unicorn Food glitter, I think. It was that long ago that I've got it, and I think the company doesn't actually exist no more, but it's a gorgeous peachy glitter, as you can see on this eye. So yeah, I'm going to be taking a little bit of that and just applying it to the centre of the eye. So to pick that up, I'm going in with the Primark 121 Precision Concealer brush. Now this brush is just a clean brush, there's no glue or anything on it, and I'm just literally going to be just like tapping this over the centre of the eye. How gorgeous is that glitter? It's literally reflecting the light, because it's not just like got one tone of glitter in, it's got like gold, got a little bit of silver in there, a little bit of pink. So now I'm going to be going in with the Morphe M507 brush, which is just a very precise small brush, and I'm taking the deepest pink in the Fenty palette, so Little Miss, and I'm just literally going to be tracing this shade over the cut crease, and this is just to make the cut crease stand out and look more defined. Going back in again with my Zoeva brush, and that is just to sharpen up the crease. So now I'm going to be going in with another Zoeva brush. So this is the Zoeva 237 Detail Shader brush, and I'm just going to be picking up a black eyeshadow now and doing the exact same thing that you just seen me do, with the deep pink shade. So just a very precise brush, tapping off any excess from the black eyeshadow and just literally tracing over just the edge of this cut crease. So just above the cut crease line, I should say, sorry. And that just straight away obviously defines it even more. And graphic liner is all in now, so this is kind of my take on the graphic liner trend. I'm just being very gentle with that, and I'm not applying too much. I'm just building it up, as you can see. And then again, I'm going to go back in with the Zoeva 144. As obviously it is easy to smudge. Obviously I'm not denying that, it's definitely easy to smudge. But the good thing is you can just go back in and neaten it up. So then now I'm going to be going in with my liner. So I'm using the NYX Epic Ink Liner. And then when the eyeliner naturally dips down while I'm following my natural eye shape, that's where I'm going to draw the wing. And then now I'm going to set that liquid eyeliner just with a little bit of black eyeshadow. So I'm taking the small Zoeva brush again, and I'm just literally pressing some black eyeshadow on top, as that really does intensify how black the eyeliner looks, I think. And obviously it stops it from transferring onto the lid. So I'm going to be going in now with the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On eye pencil in the shade Sunrise Blue. So I'm just going to be placing this in the waterline and then going over it with a nice deep blue eyeshadow, as you can see here. I'm not sure what brand the eyeshadow is from, but it's just literally in my own little palette that I created. So yeah, sorry, I think the eyeshadow is also NYX, but I can't be too sure. And then I'm going to be taking a Morphe Jeffree Star JS13 brush, so it's just like a small pencil brush, and using that blue eyeshadow that I just showed you before, just to smoke out this lovely blue into the lash line. And then that is literally the finished and completed look. All I need to do is add some blue bottom mascara, as I've done on this eye. So that is going to be the Collection Extreme Coloured Lengthening Mascara, and it's obviously in that blue. And I'm going to be applying mascara and then false eyelashes, and then we are done. So yeah, this is the finished and completed look. I hope that everyone has learned something today, and I hope that I've made this eyeshadow style / technique a little bit easier for anyone who is trying to learn makeup and needs it breaking down in the easiest possible way. I hope that this tutorial might have helped some way. I didn't really know where I was going with this look, but I'm actually so happy with how it's turned out. This is something that I normally wouldn't go for, like pinky orange with a blue. It's quite out there, but I do like it. Oh, obviously I added a nude lip as well, in case, yeah, you're thinking what else has changed. Yeah, I've added a nude lip as well. Yeah, obviously the tutorial was all about the eyes, so I do hope that anyone who's watched this today has learned something, and I hope that this eyeshadow technique, although it looks complicated, hopefully I did break it down and you can take some of my tips away. But yeah, thank you for hanging around with me to the end of this tutorial. I really appreciate it. And since you did that, why don't you just like this video as well and subscribe. If honest makeup reviews and very informative makeup tutorials are your thing, then it's definitely worth subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you in the next tutorial.